Arena was telling Ashley about what's been going on with Lil Jamie. He said that they've been going through some stuff with Lil Jamie because y'all know last season he had these felonies and stuff that he was trying to get over and everything. He ended up getting probation, I think. And yeah, he didn't get the 5 years in jail. So kudos to that, y'all. Y'all know I got my own little case of my own stuff going on. And, you know, it's just, that's a lot. You know, that's a lot. But for me, it's not going to be that easy. You know, my son probably end up getting, they said at least 10 months to 2 years. So he could possibly do 2 years. So I was telling y'all when I was reviewing Love and Hip Hop, and Scrap Mother was on there talking. KK was talking about how, you know, she walked basically Scrappy in the courtroom and, you know, she actually at the end saw her son go to jail from the courtroom. So that's something that I spoke on in my other videos, and I'm just not ready to go through, but I do have to be strong for my son and, you know, just do what I need to do for him at the moment because, yeah, he created this and I have to go through it with him as his mother. So I'm glad make a long story short, y'all, I'm glad that Jamie and Arena's son, you know, did not have to spend any time, but I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, y'all, my son needed to sit down for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He's preparing to go back. And, you know, it's hard on the mental, but I think that it has humbled him in such a way that, you know, he's done a couple of things before and he's always gotten off. This time he can't. So maybe if Jamie and Arena's child, if Lil Jamie did do some time, you know, he would see that, you know, you can't just go around doing what the fuck you want in life and there are consequences to this shit. You know, so maybe if he did spend some time in jail, maybe he did, I don't know. I'm just speaking from what I've seen off of the show. Maybe if he did spend some time in jail, that would help, you know, because some of the problems, y'all, we're going to talk about it. Some of the issues that him and Jamie was having towards the end, at the end of this episode, I already been through, you know, and my son is 21. You know, so I already been through this shit, and he's a little bit different now, knowing that he has that time to face, you know, and knowing that, you know, yeah, it's just not that easy to get out of something, and mommy and daddy can't always help you with getting out of a situation, and you need to create and do for yourself, you know, as a grown man moving in this world. And that's just basically what Jamie was trying to tell me. Y'all, we gonna get into it, but I knew I was gonna do this. As soon as they brought up Jamie, that's a soft spot for me because I'm going through the exact same thing with my son, except for my son actually has to do, you know, the time. But anyway, y'all, Lil Jamie was complaining about, he's just mad. You know what I'm saying? He's still in his mad area where he's blaming his parents. They don't do nothing for me. They just the ones that's mean and wrong and just doing so much to him. You know, been there, done that. Y'all doing everything to me. Y'all always doing this. Y'all always doing it. And making us out to be the bad people when, and in fact, girl, we are the ones that's doing everything and it's always there for you, you know? So I totally get what Jamie and Arena are going through, y'all, but it's just a process. It's just it. Jamie called his son, Lil Jamie, and told him, you know, you got this speeding ticket over here, and you need to pay it. And been through that. And he was like, well, Lil Jamie was like, well, I just paid my probation officer, and, you know, I don't have it, so could you pay it? And Jamie was like, wow, it's not my motherfucking speeding ticket, so yeah, no, honey, you need to pay it for yourself. Now, Jamie knows that this nigga ain't got no damn job. You know what I'm saying? He knows that his father knows that he ain't got no job. And so he looking at it as, why you can't just pay it? You see me what I'm doing. Now, to be honest, we all know that Jamie could have went on and paid that ticket. You know what I'm saying? But what Jamie is trying to do is light the fire under this nigga ass and say, here, look, take care of your fucking responsibility, nigga, because I'm tired. You understand? But that does not work. It never works, you know what I'm saying, in that way until they are ready, you know, and that's just the way that it is. But, yeah, and then that's what he was supposed to do, you know, I wasn't the one caught speeding, so I'm not going to pay the ticket, and, you know, he's the man, so he needs to pay for it. So now Jamie's mad at them, you know, they're not there for him, and his girlfriend, that's why he always over his girlfriend's house now, because she the one to be taking care of him and listen to all his problems and all this other type of shit. Okay, girl, like, He just went overboard with that because what he's doing is running from the main issue, which is him. He's running from himself. He knows what he's created, and he's actually, in fact, mad at himself, y'all. He's not really mad at his parents. It's just displaced anger. That's what it is, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to get into it, y'all, towards the end. I'm talking a little bit too much about, you know, everything, because everything in the show hasn't been revealed yet, you know what I'm saying, in my video. So I'm up here talking too much because, you know, this issue is very sensitive to me. So yeah, Arena was just saying, you know, yeah, we were kind of thrown back by this because it's just crazy to me how he's been acting. Ashley is in her confessional basically saying, yeah, I don't know, you know, what little Jamie is doing because basically I, you know, didn't have anything growing up. My mother wasn't there. I had to fend for myself, and he's been given all of the things, girl, and yeah, he's still not doing what he needs to do. I don't understand it. You know, but this is how it goes when you just spoil your child. It just does, y'all. I'm still confused myself. I'm just dealing with the aftermath of it, girl. Okay? Brittany, okay, Arena and Jamie's daughter, okay, little Jamie's sister, look like his older sister's like, okay, they gotta deal with that. You know what I'm saying? It's what they created. I'm like, yeah, it's what y'all created, and yeah. But like she was saying, Jamie don't gotta go as hard on little Jamie with the shit he be saying out his mouth sometimes. And like, I don't know, towards the end, we're gonna talk about it, but at a certain point, like, you just get tired. You know what I'm saying? You get fucking tired, so tired. And sometimes we don't always say the things that we need to say in the right way because we're trying to get our point across. And it's our first time too, y'all. Okay? So, yeah, maybe he don't say everything the right way, but we're human too. You know what I'm saying? We want the best for our kids. So this is the reason why, you know, I'm not trying to make it out to be an excuse, but this is the reason why. Now, we'll discuss some of the things about what Jamie said towards the end that I think that he could have held on to in front of the camera. But at the end of the day, like, we're human, y'all, and we're going to say certain things to try to get across our point to y'all because you're not getting it. How about that? Hey, everybody, it's your girl, Sassy Shantice. I'm coming back with another video. Yes, honey, back with another one, girl. Y'all, get into this episode, okay? This is the first episode of Love and Marriage DC, y'all. We are so excited to be here. It has been taking forever to get here, okay? From, yes, Huntsville, okay, girl? Anyway, y'all, let's just get into the episode. The episode starts off with the show just addressing the rumors about Monique and Chris's possible divorce. So, y'all, Chris and Monique basically went on the internet, setting the record straight that they were not, in fact, getting a divorce. So they just wanted to clear the air. But now it's different, girl. And we hear otherwise, okay? Arena tells Ashley that, yeah, they are actually, in fact, separated. Living in separate lives, basically doing them, you know what I mean? And I don't know what doing them means. I do know that in DC, that means that, yeah, we're seeing other people. So I don't know if Irena meant that, but that's how we, you know, look at it in DC. You know, yeah, they just doing them. That don't just mean separation. But who made a slick comment? Ashley made a slick comment, said, yeah, their house is real big in Potomac, which is huge, you know. And yeah, they didn't want to separate and just go to different wings of the house. They wanted to live in different wings of Maryland, okay? I said, oh, okay, damn. So they really separated, and yeah, neither one of them are living in the home. So that's kind of sad for the kids. And you never want that to happen, especially with a black family, and especially with such young kids. So the kids are, I think, 9 and 7. So yeah, do they got 3? I could be wrong, y'all, but 9 and 7. And so anyway, y'all, the episode start off again because they just wanted to address that. Arena goes over to Ashley's house and give us the tea, you know. And the first thing Ashley has to say, why you so damn dressed? You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking to myself, girl, why you ain't? Okay, girl, yeah, lights, camera, action, honey, and we are on candy camera, honey. And on top of that, this is the first scene, girl, so yeah, you should have threw it on yourself, okay? Yeah. But you know what? Ashley, she's in her house, she's chilling. Her little outfit was cute too. It was a little, you know, round the house type of thing. So she was chilling in her house. So you can't blame either of the ladies. They did what they felt they needed to do. So yeah, they go downstairs, they're just talking. Arena tells her that they in fact getting a divorce. She also invites Ashley and Quit to a party, a function that she's having for Jason, and her and Jamie are having for Jason because he got into the school called Doors. So he's been wanting to get into school for blind, for disability, and it's just a more independent program for him to, you know, go off of his own and do the things that he wants to do, you know, as a man. So I was glad for him. He did let Ashley know that they hired a painter, a special painter. And yeah, he's going to be painting. And the painting is going to be like a raised type of painting where Jason, because he's blind, when he goes over it with his fingers, he can basically read what's going on in the picture. So I thought that was so nice. These two parents are so loving and caring towards their child, and I'm glad that he was brought up in a household like this. And it's so nice to see, you know, parents who care so much and try to give their kids the best that they can with a disability like this, you know. And it was really sad. We're going to get into it. It was really sad, and it was also uplifting. It just wasn't sad. It was also uplifting how Arena got real, you know, in her feelings and in her emotions about what she was going through because Jason is going off. It's a program for 9 months, so I'm excited for you, Jason. Go, girl, okay? Arena lets Ashley know, girl, my sinus has been acting up. I'm thinking to myself, Arena, girl, join the motherfucking club, bitch. Like, I am so sick of my sinuses, y'all. I've done everything. And y'all, they just run to the back. I can literally feel it. You know what I'm saying? About to choke a bitch out, and then I gotta blow my nose. Like, it's too much. And yeah, the doctor, y'all just told me take Claritin every day. Like, I'm not taking shit every day. You know what I'm saying? But probably fucking a vitamin or something. Like, what? Anyway, y'all, it's the issue of mine, and I feel you, Arena, girl. Okay? So Arena asks Ashley, so how's it been going with Quick? You look like he working a lot. Look like he worked more than how he was before. And yeah, Ashley was like, yeah, you know, she looked like she felt a kind of way about it. She was like, yeah, he been working like that since I've been knowing him. So, you know, that's just how it is. He did take some time out last summer. And, you know, girl, it's right back to the same thing. I'm like, ooh, girl, like, that is a lot. I can't even imagine, like, you know, and it probably make her miss her husband. It probably make her mad at the same damn time. Like, girl, what is you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand what it's about for him, because Quick was even saying he was getting exhausted by working that much. So, and then you passing out and all this type of shit, girl, you need to get a better type of, like, some type of schedule where, you know, with your doctor, you know what I'm saying? Because once you passing out and all this shit, like, once you get into the health situations and stuff, I just wouldn't be fucking with my health like that. I wouldn't, for me personally, you know what I'm saying? So maybe she need to take him to the doctor and let the doctor say, okay, how many hours did you feel like you was exhausted or something after these amount of hours? Like, I don't know, girl, but like, you the wife, girl, you probably need to take some type of like control over the situation, you know what I'm saying? Because I just know that if my husband was, you know, starting to pass out and he was starting to get exhausted and dehydrated and stuff, girl, you gotta take the wheel, honey. You gotta do something about that thing. So I don't know. Kudos to you and yours. I hope he slows down, but you know, we talking about this now and it could be a situation later. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm 45, and at this point, when you see stuff coming down the pipeline, you gotta handle that shit right off the break. That's just how it is. Y'all, Quick is in the studio. He's a DJ Quick from 93.9. Radio FM, okay? Repping for DC, girl, okay? His co-host Dominique is in the studio with him, and Dominique just telling him about the rumors, girl. You ain't hear that Monique and Chris about to get a divorce? Yeah, honey. And he was like, what? Yeah, no, I don't think that that's gonna happen. That's not the case. Y'all can't believe everything y'all see on the internet, girl, okay? Well, yeah, we can in this case because, yeah, Arena basically stabbed the bitch, and, yeah, these motherfuckers really getting a damn divorce, girl. Okay? So, yeah, he's in his confessional kind of, you know, pissed off at Owen. He like, y'all niggas could have told me that y'all was going to set me up like that and ask me this shit, because y'all ain't say nothing about this when we was prepping for this show. I'm like, okay, yeah, Carlos, you know, y'all know Carlos slick like that. And he gonna get your ass, you know what I'm saying? And this is all for TV, honey. So, yeah, I just wouldn't have been shocked if I was you, Quick, at all. You know, these are the shenanigans that Carlos is going to play, honey. So, get used to it, girl. So, anyway, and then Jamie, I didn't even mention that Jamie had came in and just watching his man outside of the studio. You know, just how he do his job. Jamie and Quick sit down and talk. And, yeah, Jamie is telling him, yeah, I am retired after 25 years of police force down in D.C. And Quick is like, really? I've been knowing you for almost 20 years and I ain't know. No, y'all, I just don't buy it. Like, oh, girl, I understand that Jamie is saying that, you know, and it is, like, you just don't tell everybody you're a fucking police officer, because y'all know how we feel. I don't know, it's worldwide probably, it's not in D.C. We don't fuck with the police, okay? So, like, I could see him trying to keep that a secret. But the way that y'all playing out how y'all relationship is, and Jamie is, and Quick is saying how y'all been knowing each other for almost 20 years. How did you not know, girl? Like, I don't understand that, you know? But they said they didn't. It looked like, you know, he's just finding out this for the first time, I guess, you know. But y'all know me. I look into every fucking thing. And it just don't seem like somebody would be able to keep their occupation away from your friend. Girl, I just don't see it. Whatever. So Quick is asking Jamie about, you know, how's it been going with Lil Jamie. And he like, you know what? It's just back to the same shit. And Quick is like, wait a minute, I thought it was good. You know, the last time we checked, it was good. And Jamie was like, you know what, I really got to give it to him. He was on the ball. He was making moves. He was doing what he had to do. But, you know, somewhere down the line, it just changed. So, y'all, Jamie is telling Quick that basically, yeah, Lil Jamie and him are not talking right now. They just not on speaking terms, you know. And he like, well, what's going on? He was like, I called him and told him that he needed to pay his speeding ticket that was in the mail. And he told me he couldn't, and could I pay it because he just finished paying his $120 fine to the parole officer. And I told him no, you know. And so he's mad, you know. And then two, yeah, he's 26 with no job. And I tried to give him a job at Manstar, but they went back 5 years, and y'all know he was into, you know, some shit 5 years ago. Almost had the job in the bag for him, but when they went back to chat, then they was like, nah, you know, that we don't want him to work here. So Irene is in her confessional basically saying, girl, I'm just tired, you know, I'm in the middle of it, I'm caught in the middle, and, you know, I don't even know what to do at this point. And I'm just here to tell you, girl, you need to band with your husband and stay there. You know what I'm saying? Be firm in what y'all mean. And that's the only way that he's going to grow. Lil Jamie needs to know that y'all are united, okay, in what y'all are doing. And he cannot break it. You know, he cannot break it. He cannot come to her for one thing. He cannot come to you. No, this is the way that it is. And I'm sorry for you if you can't get this through your head. It's all love. It's tough love. It's what we did not do. I'm included because I had some of these same issues. You know, it's tough love from here on out. And there's no other way to do it. It's just not. And y'all have got to continue to do exactly what you're doing now and hold your feet to the ground on it. Do not let up. And eventually, hopefully, it will change. You know, it's a moment in time. And I be telling my son the same thing. Son, we are in a moment in time. This is a time right now, and we will get through it. You know, and next thing you know, it's going to be something else. So let's just get through this. Try to be strong as we can in this moment. And this too shall pass. That's just it. This too shall pass. And we're going to get through it. But for right now, stand tall in what you guys are doing, because this is what needs to happen. It's almost like somebody having a drug addiction and breaking out of it in an intervention. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of how it is. It's sad. It hurts her. I know it hurts her to her core. I'm still like, my husband still got to kind of like, you know, have me at times, you know, when I'm just struggling with wanting to do and wanting to be there and wanting to be, but you kind of got to like stand back sometimes and just let him live and let it be and let everything play out and still stand your ground. And this just is how it goes, you know? But yeah, y'all, let's move on with the rest of the review. So y'all, Joy and Clifton, I don't know how I feel about them yet. I was laughing at them, y'all, because, you know, they're in their little newlywed time right now, and y'all, girl, I'm 15 years in, honey. And yeah, that all like died down, like all this smiling in his face, oh, hey, all this shit. Probably 10 years into the marriage, you know, usually, and we know this, you know what I'm saying? We are aware of it, fully aware of it. And, yeah, like, usually they say it starts to, like, you know, trickle down to, like, a 5-year period, you know what I'm saying, that newlywed stage, but, yeah, like, I think ours was, like, the 10th year, you know what I'm saying, it was like, okay, bitch, don't even look up when the nigga come in the house outside, you know what I'm saying, gotta, like, clearly be in a good mental space to say, you know what, girl, pay attention to when he comes in and look up. You, even though you doing it, like, it's a lot. You know, sometimes he off doing his music thing because he do little music and stuff. And he's sitting there and he doing his music. And I'm like, baby, I know you see me going. You might not hear me, but you see me going like this beside you. So that means I want something. You know what I'm saying? He's on his own little world. So I was just looking at them like, y'all. And people used to laugh at us like that. We be like, oh, how long y'all been married? 2 years? They be like, ah! Like, because it's funny, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother world now 15 years later, y'all. He's still my best friend, but yeah, we just not all like hunky-dory up in each other's face like they're doing. She's basically was a singer in Mexico. I don't know if she's from Mexico or what, But she was a singer in Mexico, and they met on Ready to Love. Y'all know Steve Harvey's nephew, Tommy, has a dating little show on, and they were on there, and they ended up picking each other. He picked her, she picked him. I don't even watch the shit. I need to, because everybody review. I need to review that show. But, yeah, so they ended up, you know, picking each other. And he is basically asking her, you know, how do you think that's going to be with you being a new bonus mom? Like, that dope, dumbass shit. Bonus, my girl, a stepmom. Why do everybody got to have some type of saying for something, girl? It is not that serious. A bonus mom? Like, bitch, I ain't nobody bonus mom. Like, what did you talk about? So, she was like, oh, no, she thinking she going to be fine and everything. Girl, how you going to be fine when you going 2 seconds later mention, yeah, when you came to Mexico to see me, then you was all excited and everything when you first told me everything. But then, you know, here, when I come and everything, you act like you don't want to give me that much attention. And that's what he said. He was like, so are you saying basically I don't give you as much as attention as I was in Mexico? And he was like, okay, come on, we're going to go to the door. And he goes to the door and tells her to go outside of the door. He said, come on, come back in. And she opened the door. She comes back in. And he like, hi, hello, oh, my God, it's so nice to see you. Girl, like, and she just as happy as a bitch with some crab legs. Okay? I'm like, girl, like, it is not that damn serious. And, Cliff, you probably got a little bit of problems on your hands if you think that, you know, you're going to be doing all that half the time because, yeah, that's going to die down after a while. That's just it. And it does take some time, but it was cute seeing them in that way, y'all, because they was all on the top of the bed acting like how they be fucking and all that shit, y'all. We used to be the exact same way, honey. And I'm telling you, 15 years later, girl, I mean, still get it in, you know what I'm saying? More like once a week rather than like once every day, okay? Y'all, and I make sure of that because, you know, my husband doesn't go without, okay? That's my wifely duty, so yeah, I will never leave him without, but at the end of the day, like, that's how it is in the beginning. It's just not like that, you know, later on down the line. And for some, it might be, but for me personally, and for, I know a whole bunch of other people told me that it would get to this point. Yeah, and they were right. Anyway, y'all, he has some type, he's an entrepreneur. He has some type of oil, beard, business that he's getting into. And then, like I said, she's a singer, been all over the world singing and everything else. So they seem interesting. His shirt, that was a badass shirt he had on. Like, I told my husband, damn, baby, you see that shit? He was like, yeah, that's a nice shirt. I really wish I knew what kind of shirt that was so I could try to purchase it for my husband. But, yeah, that was a really nice shirt. But, yeah, I'm curious to see, you know, how they are and everything. And, you know, the dynamic of their relationship. Because it seemed like they did a lot of smiling and kicking in each other's face. But I would really like to see their personalities and who they really are. So, y'all, Ashley is at the house in her closet. And, what's her name? Angela walks in. She used to be the nanny for them. Now she's not. She's stepping back. She's just going to do Ashley's social media and help her out with her little business and stuff. Of what she need to do. Ashley goes in the room to me. Quick, honey, and girl, before she even get her ass on the bed, because the dog jumped on the bed, here come Quick. Oh, no, that dog need to get off the bed. No, dog need to get off. Girl, like, come the fuck on with the bitch. And my husband is the exact same way. He do not fuck with the dog on the bed. Now, mind you, y'all, if my dog was that little, like, I don't know what to say to you. Like, this dog is getting up on this bed, and he has been a comfort to me, and I'm going to be a comfort to him. You understand? But yeah, my husband was the same way because our dog is big. Like, our dog is huge, and he's just not supposed to be on nobody's fucking bed. You understand? And so y'all know they get ticks too and all that other shit. So you're just not supposed to have no dog in the bed. But the way he was saying it, it was just, he's so emotional to me, and it's just be too much at times. And I actually just be sitting there like, okay. So used to it, you know. He starts getting up under her skin. And you could clearly see that, you know, he was getting up under her skin, girl, because she was just, the minute he said, you don't need to be calling him, you waking him up in the morning, he's supposed to be waking himself up for school in the morning, and you treating him like a baby and all this other stuff. And she was just like, you know what, don't go there. Honey, don't go. And she was right. This is what I feel the need to do, and yes, it's going to happen. On top of it, like she was saying, it's waking somebody up for school, okay? You act like I'm doing all of the things for him, honey, and that's not what's going on. I'm waking him up for school. He starts to get in this rant. You baby him too much. You calling him too much. And I just think he's 14 years old. And then, girl, a bang is popping out his goddamn neck. And I just feel like, you know, he need to miss school a couple times to see that he's going to really miss school. And this is how it needs to go. Since you missed school, that's your fault. Like, God damn, calm down. Like, do you understand that bed y'all sitting on, he might as well be talking to the goddamn headboard because she ain't listening to shit that you're saying, okay? She is a mother first and she's doing her motherly duties, okay? And I understand what Ashley was in her confession saying. Yeah, it's because my mother wasn't there, and so I didn't get the same from her, so I need to make sure my kids are supported and loved, and they need to feel all that. Yeah, okay, girl, I can understand what you're saying, but don't make no excuses for your motherhood. You wake your child up because you feel a need to wake your son up in the morning. It could be, too, that you want to see him in the morning and make sure he gets off properly. So, you're like, come on, girl. You're not a mother, so you don't understand quick, and this is just the way that it goes. And if you argue with her and continue to be against her, she's going to start having some type of resentment towards you, so you need to leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, if she did actually, in fact, do what you said, she's going to be sitting hurting and feeling sad and upset. And yeah, like I said, she's going to be holding resentment, and you're not going to be able to get that back. And then she's going to say, you created that. That's what you did. You told me don't do this. But girl, I've been there with that too. So he needs to stop. And he has a point that he needs to begin getting himself up. But to sit there and have all this emotion towards it, maybe he needs to, you know, try to do it in a different way or approach her in a way that maybe she can really understand, because this way that he's doing it, it's not going to help. It's actually going to make it worse, because what you're trying to do, in my eyes, you're trying to force me to do something for my child, and bitch, I ain't rocking with you on that alone, okay? That's the issue that I have with you. So it's not even always the fact that what I need to make him do so he can grow. It's the fact that you're trying to make, like, you're telling me to do something about my child, and I'm not going to do it, you know? So Ashley, she probably needs to go about it in a different way, and, you know, probably buy him a alarm clock. Say, hey, son, you need to try to do this. Have him to wake up on his own. Girl, you need to keep one eye open. Make sure that nigga getting up. You be listening out in the room. If you hear rattling around, you hear him walking to the bathroom, something to make sure, but you need to try it out. It's true what your husband is saying, but the way that he's delivering is all fucked up, and she not gonna listen. That's just it. I wouldn't. Because on top of that, it's kind of like what she was telling him, you know, in her confessional. And, you know, it was kind of harsh, but I think it's the truth. She was saying how, you know, look quick, you was 10 when your mother died, very young. So you didn't get this type of mother, and so you really don't understand, you know, what I'm doing for our son. So this is why you know, so oblivious to it, you know. And I think other men probably would tell her, you know, you need to start it, but his delivery is fucked up, and he's coming off real cold about it because he did not have his mother, and so he don't understand where all of this type of affection and attention and love and support is coming from. I totally agree, you know, but he sat there and listened to it. But I think that was a strong piece of it, you know, because that's where a lot of his emotion is coming from, and it's too much. It's just too much. She also tells him, you know, I think because you listen to Jamie about Lil Jamie a lot, then, you know, you're basically pinning some of on our son what you think is going to happen, how it happened with Jamie, and it's not going to happen like that. And I'm here to tell you, yeah, that is true. That's wrong. If you putting all that that's going on in your head on that little boy, like Antonio, I think is his name, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, be calm, you know, pay some of that damn estrogen or whatever you got going on to make you all rowdy and all this other shit with her on it. You need to try to, like, calm down a little bit and try to understand that this is new for all of us. You know what I'm saying? This is new for Antonio. This is new for Ashley, everybody, and yourself. And just try to calm down about it and not be so vocal and angry about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I was saying, too, that's not fair to Antonio to get all of that was going on in your head, all of that you listen to about your man's son, and then you gonna put it on your child. Like, that's too much, because just like she said, he's not a bad child. And that's not right to go down the line and treat him in a way that he didn't even get to act out anything on top of that. Like, where's acting out and saying that he's a certain type of way and then being like that? But you can't be like that towards him if you haven't seen anything. He haven't given you something. Well, that's just like somebody who has never been caught cheating, but you, every time they leave the house, oh yeah, where you going? You never seen me do anything. You don't know me in that way. So why are you accusing me of something like that? It's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much, and he needs to stop. And I think with Ashley telling him, she's making some really good points. I think with her making these really good points, I think it will help, the whole situation out if he would listen. But, yeah, I think that, she's making some really good points. So, y'all, Irena and Jamie is throwing a party at the National Harbor at a penthouse, okay? It's really nice. They have black and gold is the theme, and everybody looks amazing. Irena looks amazing. I love her little black freakum dress. Girl, go ahead, honey, with the legs, the thighs, all of that, honey, okay? And then she also has her black heels on, okay, girl? So, yeah, she's doing the damn thing. She stepped out looking really, really nice. I would have did the same thing, okay? This is what Irena does all over social media, her and Jamie, and I love seeing it. All of the things, okay? Jason comes in, and Jamie announces him. He comes in, he all doing this and doing that, all psyched about and everything. And, yeah, he all crumped up. Let's get turned up. And it's so nice to see him in his little zone. It's all about him. He's going off to school. This is an exciting time. And, yeah, I'm just so glad for him. Anyway, Jamie and Irena are telling Irena's mother about the text that Jamie sent about the fact that he said that, his girlfriend holds him down. He basically not speaking to nobody in the family, so they didn't say anything about her, the grandmother, but, if she's anything like my mother, she spoils him, and we heard Jamie say that. We heard little Jamie say that. My grandmother gives me anything, I could call her anything. Yeah, that's just how it is. That's what grandmothers do. And my mother is the prime example for that. And that's why I say I already went through this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is spoiling him. Like, everybody is spoiling. My son even got his aunt spoiling him. You know what I'm saying? My sisters. I got 3 sisters, and all of them, what? We could be beefing, okay? Beefing hard. But guess what? They still talking to him. They still want to be around him. It's all about him. It always has been. And that's just it. So when he was saying that grandmother, girl, that's what grandmothers do, honey. That's exactly what they do. They spoil him to the core. So y'all, Irena's saying how she really hopes little Jamie comes to the party to support his brother. That's very important. And she was also saying that she hopes Monique come. And I'm just like, okay, girl, like, why do you think she should come? Like, what? I just couldn't understand that. But when she was talking in her confessional about it, I kind of got it. Jamie was saying that they're really close friends. He did say that. And usually people just don't say that. Usually it's just, a reality thing. We come to work and we act like we're friends, girl, and we're not. So this is why Irena is looking for this bitch. She really is. And that's sad that Monique did not show up, But in Monique's defense, I guess Monique thinking, bitch, I don't want to be on the show. I told y'all that I'm not going to be on the show. Why should I come on the show and make an appearance? Because that's what it would be at this point. Just an appearance if I'm not going to get a bag or a check. Or just, I don't want to make it be like in a type of money issue. But I think that Monique is probably like, I don't want to be on that show. Like, I'm not trying to be on that show. I will come to another function that you'll have for Jason. But I just don't want to be on that show. Like, that's just it, because my husband told me, and I didn't hear it, you know what I'm saying? But my husband told me that he saw that Monique was saying that she did no longer want to be on the show because it did not pay as much. You know what I'm saying? And for her to, just let it all out on camera about her life, then she want more money. And I'm just thinking to myself, I don't know how much they get paid, but the exposure is there. Like, the exposure is there. So, bitch, if you got a brand, anything you trying to sell, all of that, this is the perfect platform for it. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't want to be ridiculed in their comments about what they said to somebody and be talked about how they wrong or made them be look like a villain and all that. They don't want it. And she's done it on Potomac. She's done it on here. And she's just ready to be over, I think, reality TV. And for me personally, I don't care to see Monique. I think that she's kind of boring for me personally. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't mad that she left. Like, for me personally, because she's not my type of girl, okay? Like, Irena and Ashley are my type of girl. So I was glad that they didn't leave, but when she left, I wasn't mad. So y'all, Cliff and Joy. Yeah, Jamie is saying how Cliff was his man, like they used to deal with each other in some type of business venture they had, and they met through social media, they reconnected through social media again. And so they're there, and everybody's just sitting around, and come to find out, I think Ashley is friends with Joy already, you know what I'm saying? So I just was kind of looking at Ashley sideways when they all sitting there, y'all, and Joy is telling everybody, yeah, I'm going to be speaking at the Steve and Marjorie Foundation as part of the Ready to Love segment, talking to single moms about love. And Ashley was like, but you're not a single mother. Then I'm just like, you know what? She will be the one. And it's true, but you're not a single mother, so, like, what are you doing, girl? Okay, but she was like, I mean, yeah, but they wanted me to speak at the engagement. And Araina's trying to jump in and was just like, well, that's just why. That's just what it is. That's the show. So that's what it is. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she's trying to go there and talk to single mothers deliberately. That just so happened what it's about. Like Ashley said, I wouldn't be trying to speak there because I'm a married woman with kids. I'm not a single mother with kids, so I just wouldn't be like, girl, like, so all they need to do is make it an empowerment, women's empowerment. Y'all know how they do now. Oh, we got a women's empowerment brunch or a women's empowerment Ready to Love segment and all this stuff. So just change it, but they're not going to change it because it's not that fucking serious. How about that, Ashley? Okay, girl, you such a smart ass. Okay, you make a lot of sense when it comes to certain shit, but certain shit don't need to be said, girl, so just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But Araina is talking about how, oh yeah, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Because this is just stupid. Like, I don't even know what we talking about it. You know what we talking about it? Okay? You know what we talking about it, girl, because your friend, okay, Ashley is messy. And this is why we love it, because it's good for TV. And Ashley is going to give the girls shows every time, honey. So you know what it is, Araina. You know exactly what it is. So this is just what's going on. And I'm not surprised. Like I said, and she's always going to be messy. She's always going to be ready for that opportunity to slide in, you know what I'm saying, and be messy with the girls. That's just it, and we love it. And being like this, she will always have a job. Always have a job. And Raina also mentioned, you know, she looked at Cliff at the side of her eyes and was like, oh shit, he looked kind of uncomfortable because, y'all, he did interrupt the situation. He was like, you know what, well, whatever the case may be, you know, I know you're going to do a beautiful job. And she was like, oh yeah, I'm going to kill it. Basically, I'm going to do what I do. You know, so I was just like, oh, okay. Like, he was upset, and yeah, that's how my husband would get too, y'all. He'd be irritated. He probably would be irritated. I don't know if people say nothing. He probably would just grab my hand and try to pull me off, you know, not to get in the little, you know, female business. But yeah, he was irritated, and you could tell. And I was watching because they was showing him, you know, on y'all messy because y'all was actually showing, yeah, how he was. And he looked calm though, but he did look bothered. Joy and Cliff are in their confession, and she like, yeah, it's coming off as being a hater a little bit. You know, this supposed to be a sisterhood and everything. Y'all supposed to be glad for sisters and everything. But when you start acting like this, you know, it just comes off as hater, you know. And Cliff just looks in the camera and like, yeah, just congratulate without the hate. I'm like, yeah, all right, y'all think it's hate, but it ain't really hate, okay? Maybe it's shade. That's what that was shade. Y'all, Lil Jamie walked into the party, okay? And off the break, somebody must have told Jamie that he was there. He looking all quick. And he looking up and down. What is you doing? What is you sizing up your son for? Leave that little boy alone. You already got the mug. You know what I'm saying? And it was so sad, y'all, because Jamie tapped on his shoulder, you know, and he looked at his father like, oh, shit, like, man. He looked scared. He really did, you know what I'm saying? And it was just sad because he walked him on out of there. And like he said in his confession, man, I ain't even come here for all this. You know, he thought he was getting away well, basically, you know, not even dealing with any of the things, girl, that he has started over the tax, you know what I'm saying? But your father, honey, is ready for all of the things and all of your shenanigans. Because he's front and center to approach you about all of this stuff, okay? That you say how me and your mother are the ones that don't help you and we don't do shit for you, girl, so let's go, okay? So they're out there, and I skipped a couple of parts, because this video is getting really long. I skipped the part where they was getting emotional about Jason, and Raina was getting emotional saying, you know, my child is going off. I'm really upset. I'm really sad. And I just, I had him for so long and I protected him so long, and he's really just about to be out there by himself. And Jamie was so emotional, and I totally understand how emotional both of these parents were, because I cannot even imagine, y'all. One of my sons just went off to college, and it was really, really difficult, and I can't even imagine letting your child go out into the world with a disability. That has to be like triple difficult, you know what I mean? And the fact that he's blind and cannot see what's coming, and all of this other stuff that comes with, blindness, it's probably just like heart-wrenching. You know what I'm saying? To not know his every move and what's happening, what's going on in his world. But at the end of the day, I would just give it to God. Try to give it to God, because he's the only person that's going to give you some peace in the situation, and just having your heart feel like Jason's fine, and I probably would be calling him obsessed, calling him all the time, making sure he probably like, Mommy, I'm fine, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, that's a lot, and I can't even imagine. And they really had a lot of emotions about that, and rightfully so, rightfully so. And so anyway, y'all, so Jamie congratulates Jason, and that was nice, they dap each other up. And yeah, so they're outside, Jamie and Lil Jamie. And so yeah, he's ready to go about the situation. That was his sex. You acting like you mad at us, all the stuff. He was like, nah, I wasn't mad. You the one was mad. And I think it's you that was mad, Lil Jamie. I think it was you. Like I said in the beginning of this video. That's why you're mad. You mad because those people turned you down. You know what I'm saying? And you created all of this. You created all this, and now it's a thing where it's like right in front of you, and you had to deal with basically the brick wall that's put up in front of you that, hey, you can't have this job because of all that you have done. So that's a hard pill to swallow. And yeah, he's going to be mad at y'all, because basically he's mad at you, Jamie, because you went and made him apply for this job and I was saying the same shit to my husband, man. Why did Jamie apply for that job? My husband said, yeah, because he knew he could get his man in. That's his man. I'm like, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But when people do a background check, Jamie or nobody else has any pull on that. Now, you would tell me, you know what, he got pull on the nigga in the background check. Like, you don't have pull on that. You know what I'm saying? So, just me, I just was just like, why would he, put his son through that? Because why would he apply for that job? Even though somebody told you they got you, they don't have you when it comes to that background check. And that was Jamie's thing, Lil Jamie's thing, man. You knew what it was, so I don't even know why we applied, and my husband tried to say, oh yeah, well, that's because it was his son here. Yeah, I understand that. My husband did the same thing for myself outside. Got him a job, and, it didn't work out. It was too much. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to work there. It was the same thing with Lil Jamie. I don't want to work there. I don't want to work there. He don't want to work there. And for real, Jamie, you should be glad that he did not get a job, because look what would have happened. He wouldn't have went to work, and then it would have been bad on you. You know what I'm saying? It would have went down on you that your son ain't come to work, and yeah, you would have been looking fucked up. So yeah, take it from us, honey. You're lucky you didn't get that job. But in our case, my husband actually got him a job, because he's the foreman, and my son was making like $1,000 a week, and more than the Spanish people. Okay, way more than the Spanish people, and he still didn't want to work there because he didn't want to work. And that's what Lil Jamie is saying. I don't want to work there. I don't want to work there. It's not just work there. It's anywhere. Okay, it's anywhere he don't want to work, and that's the fight. That's the fight. That's the fight. I don't want to work. And y'all can't tell me what to do. And y'all are the main one that's making me do what I need to do for myself. And I'm not ready to do all of that yet. And that's why he's so angry at y'all. My son was angry at us. We're like, damn, we couldn't figure it out. Like, damn, why is he so mad at us? Out of all people, like, we are the ones that's there for him, help him, always got his back in everything he do. But you mad at us, but then go around everybody else kicking with them and all of the things that's going on. But when it comes to us, you so mad, and it's because we are pushing him in a direction that he does not want to go. And that's just it, y'all. So like I said, I've been there, done this with my son, and and this too shall pass. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, maybe he needs jail time in order to figure out that it's just not all about him, and you have to abide by rules in his life and go to work like everybody else. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? We don't like getting up at 5:30 in the morning. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the fucking day, you gotta do it. It never gets old getting up in the morning like that to go to work. It never gets old with me having to still come on here and do YouTube because I want more money than what I'm doing at work. Like, that's just it. It never gets old. If you want something, if he wants something, he will do it. If he don't, then he gonna continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. But Jamie is running down, we the ones who do this. Who pay you $100 every Friday? And I'm just like, you're not telling him nothing. What you doing? What he hear you saying that, yeah, you can't do it for yourself. So, I give you this, and it's making him more angry. Like, I really don't think that Jamie should have brought any of that up. You know what I'm saying? We do this. Who pay your car note? Who pay you this? Who pay you that? And you just running all this shit down in the nigga ear, and they already hurting and low, and it's just too much. I don't think that that's a good thing to do, and that's what the sister was basically saying. The way that you come down on him, or the things that you say out your mouth sometimes, is too much. You know what I'm saying? And people just don't need that part. I do agree with the daughters. I agree with that. I really do. I think some things we need to keep to ourselves, and we need to just like hold it down, because it's not gonna help. What it's actually making, yeah, all right, nigga, fuck you. I ain't need none of that shit anyway. They probably thinking that in their head. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And then when they say they don't care, act like they don't give a fuck what we did, then we the ones hurt or feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I think a better approach can help him in a different way. And yeah, and it's going to go to what we about to see the next episode. Well, both of them bucking at each other and nothing getting accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he could say it in a different way than what he is relaying it to his son. He means well, y'all. He just means well. And like I said, everybody got feelings. And it's our first time too. It's his first time. You can clearly see that because he's older than Jason. You know what I'm saying? Or different. Kids are different. Even if he's not older than Jason, all of my kids are different. That's what my mother used to say. And me and my sisters, honey, are total different people, okay? Total different people. So you can see that in Jason and little Jamie. And yeah, we got to take different approaches with different people because they're more sensitive in different ways. You might can get away with saying that type of shit with Jason, but you really can't get away with saying that type of shit to little Jamie because he a little bit more rough around the edges like yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like myself, where he just don't want to hear no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then on camera for everybody to be hearing his business out flat like that, it's making him feel like a certain type of way. And I just don't think that is warranted, But yeah, y'all, that was this episode, okay? I hope y'all enjoyed my review. I will see you ladies and gents later, okay? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to your girl. Bye.